Challenges.
And Ellen, the challenge in engaging the public on something big and regional like this is that we don't have that hot potato issue because it's so long term. You know, it's not like a zoning change or a controversial project next door where people can go into the councils and elected officials and say what they don't want. We're asking them to take a longer look and tell us what they do want. So how do we generate that interest in getting them involved?
There's a certain amount of sort of education of the people, or making them sort of understand that there is this cause and effect, and you could possibly illustrate it with examples that reach back into our history that say a decision was made at this point in time to, for instance, put East Side Road, a major arterial that's servicing the industrial sections down south of town, bring it right into our neighborhood's back door, because somebody had the bright idea that they would extend that road straight through the neighborhood up to Parkview. But that never happened, and so what happened was that we got stuck with this major arterial that came to our back door, and so commuters would come down that arterial, and then they would cut into our neighborhood as a way to get to the Cypress Bridge. So it's regional traffic.
That would obviously get people involved, but I'm wondering if folks would get involved without those types of hot button issues. And I think that's the real challenge in Shasta Forward, is people need to realize that they can make a difference by getting involved early on this. And you know, the same reason you plan for your home and your jobs and your careers, we should be planning for our communities in the same way. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, absolutely.
So with Shasta Forward, you can try out new ideas?
Yeah, we can test drive different scenarios and we can visualize what that would look like. We can talk about it in terms of the trade-offs. You know, what do you gain by doing this? What are the unintended consequences? Some of the things we never thought about in the past. And can we pay for those kinds of changes? I think those are all real critical, you know, honest questions that we need to ask as we go into this.
I think we've just touched the surface of issues with growth in our area. So the important part now is for folks out there to be part of the process. Thank you, Dan, Ellen, Parker, Seth. Thank you all, and thank you very much for joining us.
Okay, the legacies that previous generations in Shasta County left for me has been a wonderful thing in history. You know, they got so much history around here.
Countless. And the recreation and that over there, if I look back that way and I see the mountains in the sky.
Redoing like the Cascade and, you know, saving that and being able to recreate what a wonderful experience that is for your family to go to see now.
Hello, I'm Mary Stagel, the mayor of Reading and a member of the board of the Regional Transportation Agency. I'm here with Seth Miller, and Seth, we've just finished watching a very interesting panel presentation in which you were a participant, and we heard a lot about economic development and transportation and quality of life issues in Shasta County, and discussion about how we have an opportunity now to really do some regional planning for this area through Shasta Forward. It's a very exciting proposition.
Absolutely. This is a great opportunity for citizens to get involved and take on the role of policymakers and discuss the process for what the future of this region is going to look like.
Yes, it seems to me that one of the challenges that we have is that we do have 4 governmental entities involved in this process. The City of Reading, Shasta Lake, and Anderson, plus the County of Shasta. What's been your experience in those kinds of situations?
Well, there clearly are technical boundaries or challenges associated with jurisdictions interacting and communicating. But one way to get around that or to help those jurisdictions is to get lots of citizens involved. And for citizens to come out and say, this part of the community is very important to me, and this fishing hole is something that's essential. And then to hear from businesses to say, this is where I want to grow my business and how I want to grow my business. That's the type of input that helps government solve problems.
I would think so, and it would be my experience to believe that a large input from the citizens of Shasta County would go a long way toward bringing along the elected officials. I think that we like to listen to what our constituents have to say, and when they make recommendations, it goes a long way. I hope people will be very encouraged to want to participate in this.
Well, we do live in a representative democracy where the electeds are supposed to listen to people, and this is one of those rare opportunities for citizens to say, here's what's important to me and my family.
Right, and we really do have an opportunity now to do this, and it may be our only opportunity. We have this grant that has come from the state of California making this whole process possible. So it's just really critical that people get involved and make it get the best result we possibly can.
I'll say that coming from the Bay Area, this community still has such a beautiful, beautiful connection to the earth, and it is such a pristine place. You're getting it right. It's important to get it right for future generations as well.
It's really important that you get involved, and please go to our website, shastaforward.com, look at the maps, participate, and watch for opportunities to get together and come to some regional planning meetings. Thank you.
So what process will people go through to get a voice in this project? Well, through the website and other locations like libraries throughout Shasta County, there will be 4 steps to get the information. Step 1 is an assessment of community values and priorities. What do you like most? What could be improved? And how would you prioritize those values? In Step 2, after all community input is received, common threads are identified, a range of growth themes are developed and sent back to the community for review. The community tells the survey staff where any details might be right or wrong to make refinements. Then the real work begins, for the survey team anyway. Step 3. Up to 3 regional growth scenarios are extracted from the community themes to explore in detail. 4. These alternative regional growth scenarios are presented to the public. The survey team will assist in comparing each scenario, one against the other, and in contrast to the current trend scenario. Then it's up to the community to vote for their preferred regional growth vision for 2050. We'll then take the preferred vision to the county and each city council for their adoption and incorporation into local plans and programs.
And when I grow up in Shasta County, I would like to be a professional hockey player.
I want to go to Shasta College, actually, and then take most of my classes there and then transfer maybe to Chico or something, somewhere close.
I want to be a teacher because I like to teach kids, and I think that it will be fun.
When I grow up in Shasta County, I want to be an entomologist. People that study bugs or dinosaurs and other stuff like that.
Well, we've heard quite a few viewpoints in this show. We hope by now the main message is you get what you plan for and that you need to participate in the planning process. Your local leaders are waiting to hear from you, so it's important that you make your input heard. You can start by obtaining and participating in the Shasta Forward survey, which you can access through the contact information now on the screen. I'm Mike Mangus from KRCR News Channel 7. Thank you for your interest in helping to move Shasta forward.